Le priorità sono
Priorities are fundamental in every aspect of our lives, both personal and professional. And when it comes to bringing a project to life, defining those priorities can truly make the difference.
Quando poi il progetto è questo, allora è facile capire.
When the project is this one, it becomes easy to understand what those priorities were.
Performance, capacità,
Performance, usability, and of course design.
Signore e signori, benvenuti.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the new Mylius M47P.
Che tipo di barca
What kind of boat is it? And just how far can you push it?
Quello non vedo l'ora.
Well, I truly can't wait to find out, because this is the Boat Show. From 2004 to today, the Mylius shipyard has established itself on the international yachting stage with more than 75 high-end sailing yachts of various types. Such a strong, expressive capability in the sailing world has made it inevitable to step into the motor segment as well, where in this category the Piacenza-based yard presents a model that, from the outset, aims to set new benchmarks in inventiveness, style and, not least, performance underway. What's different or even completely new? Many things on board, and we'll discover them all during our test. But starting here at the stern and looking at the engine cowls, the first detail is immediately visible to the naked eye. The design, by Alberto Simeone, develops a significant deck height above the actual waterline, which conceals the considerable freeboard and makes the entire hull shape appear extremely sleek, despite the large volumes below deck. The first compartment to benefit from this is the technical room, accessible from here, or, for more significant interventions on the onboard systems, also from here, by easily removing the entire sole of this maxi storage locker. But that's not the only housing for the onboard technical utilities. In fact, both the stabilizer and the tanks are deliberately positioned here amidships, precisely to ensure correct weight distribution on board. The aft dinette is almost classic in layout and is developed on a raised platform to provide additional volume to the interior spaces. Sunpad with fold-down backrest, central table, fixed or electrically adjustable, obviously in carbon fibre as per Mylius tradition, and a forward-facing seat built into the aft deckhouse, directly opposite the outdoor galley setup. Here, in addition to everything you might need, the cooktops are even convertible into a teppanyaki grill. The helm station has been fitted with individual pedestal seats mounted on the deck, a solution that optimises the livability of this area. The bow, accessible via 4 steps, is flush-decked. Here, the lines define a sharp, sleek and assertive shape with a subtle nod to classic styling. Crowning the area is the masterful craftsmanship carried out by the yard's in-house workforce, perfectly blending the deck with the superstructure, entirely built in pre-preg carbon fibre, strong and extremely lightweight to keep the centre of gravity as low as possible and thus maximise performance underway.
Non esiste la barca perfetta, ma
There is no such thing as the perfect boat, but rather the idea for the intended use. This one aims to be a weekender capable of medium to long-range transfers in short timeframes, optimised for a family or a couple of friends. And to maximise privacy on board, the spaces have been divided into 2 independent areas. Aft, the cabin is double, with 2 large single beds or, optionally, a central double, ideal for 2 children and, why not, even a nanny. On the starboard side, there is a provision for an additional onboard appliance. To port, the ensuite bathroom is concealed. Headroom is excellent. The only drawback is the companionway to the deck, a bit too steep with rather shallow steps. Forward, the owner's cabin layout, also signed by the yard's interior architect, Ugo Carinano, exploits the full beam at the bow for a double bed. The sole in luxurious teak and the cabinetry and bulkhead finishes in lacquered oak work in synergy with the exposed carbon details that define the now recognisable style of the Italian yard. The bathroom, with a separate shower box, is concealed like the rest of the cabinetry and finished with high-end details.
all my friends about you. How would you feel about that? Is it too much for now?
Le qualità e le tecniche di costruzione.
The technical construction qualities of this model are entirely inherited from the extensive know-how the yard has developed over the years building sailing yachts.
Già, però il nuovo Mylius.
However, the new Mylius M47P has neither mast nor sail. Instead, it has 2,000 horsepower back there on the transom, ready to deliver maximum power into the water.
Sarà in grado, quindi questa carena, di navigare con
So, will this hull be able to perform as well as its sailing cousins? Well, let's start by getting out on plane. I'm currently at 11 knots, and it still feels like we're in displacement mode. And from here, I can clearly see the wake.
Sì. Però vi confermo che l'abbiamo già
But I can confirm we're already on plane. I'm consuming 8.2 litres per nautical mile, 95 litres per hour in total.
Quello che però mi impressiona è che la prua.
What really impresses me, though, is the bow hasn't lifted at all, and the stern doesn't seem to have squatted either. I'll bring her up to 15 knots. 3,000 RPM.
11.1 sono i litri.
11.1 litres per nautical mile.
E l'assetto è incredibile.
And the trim, it's incredible. It can't be practically the same.
Questo è già un sì.
This already suggests that the hull has been very well engineered. But I'll confirm that shortly. 9,800 kilograms, that's the dry weight of the entire hull.
La carena in particolare è stata.
The hull itself has been vacuum infused with epoxy resin and fiberglass.
Nonostante sia leggera, però, la sensazione al timone è quella.
Despite being lightweight, the feeling is not that of a flimsy boat. And at 28.5 knots, now 29, it doesn't feel like that speed at all. It feels like we're standing still. Let me give her more throttle. The hull design features, in addition to the usual longitudinal chines, 2 steps, and I believe that's one of the secrets behind this smoothness. Let's try her in a turn.
Centro a 35 nodi, il consumo è sempre di
I enter at 35 knots, fuel consumption still at 11 litres per nautical mile, 382 litres per hour.
La prua è verticale e siccome non si alza in
The bow is
nessuna.
vertical, and since it never lifts in any of the running paces we've tried, I enter the turn wide. I wouldn't want it to catch and hook.
Stringo la virata man mano,
I gradually tighten the turn and start to thrust this hull.
do sempre un po' più di gas ai.
I keep adding throttle to the 4 Mercury 500 racing outboards,
E l'angolo di virata è perfetto.
and the turning angle is perfect. This is impressive.
Ragazzi, mi sa che oggi ci divertiamo.
Guys, I think we're going to have fun today.
45 nodi.
45 knots, 5,500 RPM, 12 litres per nautical mile.
Viriamo, entriamoci stretti già da subito. Manette
Let's turn.
sempre in
Time from the start.
concentrate.
Throttle's always in hand,
Ma lei
focused. But she lets you do anything. How is that possible? It's incredible.
Questa carena
This hull is truly a masterpiece. And on the other side,
è precisa, perfetta.
precise, perfect on her line, no sliding.
Ti dà una
She gives you an incredible sense of safety.
Quaranta.
45 knots,
Beh, potrebbe essere una crociata.
that could be a fast cruise.
Ma 50? Potrebbe essere.
But 50 knots might be where the real fun begins. I work a bit on the trim, slightly lifting the bow out of the water. Without touching the throttles, RPM increases significantly, 6,000 RPM, 52.3 knots,
12.7 sono i litri necessari per
12.7 litres per nautical mile. Total consumption now, 670 litres per hour.
Questa è la velocità in cui i redanti.
This is the speed at which the steps begin to work, ventilating air beneath the hull and reducing drag.
Non è una questione.
It's not just about hydrodynamic resistance, but also about softness over the waves.
Ed in effetti, nonostante oggi qua nelle acque del Golfo
And indeed, even though today, here in the waters of the Gulf of La Spezia, the sea is flat calm, the sensation under my feet is truly incredible.
io non credevo davvero che potesse esistere.
I honestly didn't think a hull could exist that feels like a memory foam mattress. Softness I've experienced only a few times.
Adesso però è arrivato il momento che più preferisco.
But now it's time for my favourite moment. The shipyard states that the new Mylius M47P was designed specifically to reach exceptional performance.
E dicono che con I piloti Mercury.
And they say that with Mercury test pilots on board, this hull managed to hit 63 knots. So today I have two goals. First, to reach them. Second, to top them.
Aprendo tutto il gas senza toccare ulteriormente il trim, I motori girano a 6.
With full throttle and without further trim adjustment, the engines are running at 6,420 RPM, consuming 13.9 litres per nautical mile, for a total of 782 litres per hour.
Vado a toccare il trim, vado a alzare le eliche dall'acqua.
I adjust the trim, lifting the propellers slightly out of the water, working on each engine individually.
Facilmente abbiamo già toccato i 57.
We've already reached 57.8 knots, but I think we can easily exceed 60.
E infatti, signore e signori, con I 4 Mercury Verado.
And indeed, ladies and gentlemen, with our 4 Mercury Verado 500 racing at 6,700 RPM, consuming 13.4 litres per nautical mile and 782 litres per hour overall,
Per ora abbiamo toccato la meravigliosa soglia.
we have reached the wonderful threshold of 61 knots. What a great achievement. Of course, it didn't beat the Mercury pilots, but it's still an excellent result.
Insomma, dal 2004
In short, since 2004, Mylius has built many bespoke yachts, tailored exactly to the needs of the owner who commissioned them. This one?
sicuramente se volevano fare una barca performante.
If the goal was to create a high-performance boat, and above all comfortable for long passages at sustained speeds, they've succeeded, just as they always have throughout their history.